So, exposed and internal. This series we're doing at the moment, we're just talking about different questions that people have asked me about internal hidden skills. We like to call it, not internal, right? And we're talking about there being no such thing as just pure internal. You have to have a mix between the two. I was talking to my good training partner Vic Hoti the other day about this whole idea in his book, which is coming out soon. He's written some really fantastic stuff about the development of Wing Chun and the principles of Wing Chun, and how Wing Chun is not really an internal art anyway, right? So, because it doesn't have all the Neijing training as some of the other internals have. But obviously we have hidden skills, right? Hidden skills are skills that you can't see, skills you can't perceive, or skills you can't feel. So Wing Chun, because Wing Chun is a striking art, it's very quick, right? We want to be striking as our main focus, right? So if you take away the striking and you just concentrate on other skills, then you're weakening the system. The system is very fast and is about center line, right? Wing Chun is center line. So every time there's a center line position, I have a strike, right? We're looking for center line. So center line is where we're focused on. So if you do Chi Sao and you're doing stuff like this and you're putting someone like this, they're going to headbutt you because your arms are. You might have taken their weight, taken their balance, and pulled their arms down, but your head's exposed, right? And also you've lost your striking situation, right? It's okay to control someone and take their center of gravity so they can't move, so you can strike, or to sink to control them to strike. But you have to be focused on where your strike is. Often what you see in these type of demonstrations is the person's just following the person. So you push towards me, I sink down, I pull you down to here. Now you try to move, you can't move. Of course you can't move, because my body weight, even just relaxed, if you push towards me, I'm on top of you. You're using your biceps. Now, if he's unskilled, he would try to tense and push the direction I just told him to push, which is what you see a lot in demonstrations. Someone pulls someone to here, so you try to pull you can't move. See, you're stuck. You can't move. There's nothing you can do. Well, because he's doing what I told him to do. But if I pull his arms down normally, you just do whatever you want. He's going to move. He's not going to leave his arms there. No, they're not stuck, right? That's not going to happen. It's only happened because I coached him to that position. And he's got used to doing what I told him to do. So you try to move from here, you can't move. Now, in reality, that position can be valid in terms of controlling the bridge and sinking the bridge, right? But what happens in reality is I've hit him, we're striking, he tries to move, I sink on the bridge. He didn't that one. I sink on the bridge, I can press into the bridge and control it. He tries to move me, I can sink my bridge to control him, and I can link my body together. But see how he's delinking his arms, right? By delinking his arms, he can release that. So I have to then find a way to pull him in. Once I get close, I have control of him. Then once I'm close and get this sticking body, then I can take his power offline, right? And then I want to get my legs in to control him as well. Because when I have my legs in, my body in, I have this 4x4 control, right? I have the upper body, lower body. I can run him over. So I can start to run his hips over, I can trap transversely through the body, and then I can get a very powerful strike, right? And then I have position for a short striking from here. A lot of times you see people doing this, where they're rolling, and they start to do this hokey stuff where they're holding like something like this, and then they start to strike from here. But I'm just right in front of him striking. He's just going to stand and take it. I don't think so. As soon as I get down to here and he sees I can strike, he's going to react to the strikes and try to turn me out. Right? He's not going to be asleep. So if I want to get in close and control him, I have to control the bridge. This isn't controlling the bridge, being floppy. Controlling the bridge is controlling the center line. I control the center line. Once I control the center line, I strike. Then I can slide in to control him, right? I can get in. If he punches towards me, I parry the punch and get in. I can get in close to him to control him. I can punch him from here. Now, this is not going to be the most powerful strike, but if I'm relaxed and I hit, this will hurt. I can hit the rib cage, the kidneys. I can use my legs now to throw his leg out. I can step in and blow his knee out. What he would do is he steps back away from me. It gives more space for striking. So now I can strike heavier, right? Then I can strike the face. And then he tries to come out. I'll control his position and strike him as he goes out. So we go back to the striking position of the training. This is where we can both hit full power, but we're both neutral here. We both can do it. But once I get close to him and I control his body and I start striking him, hurting him, he moves away from me. He moves back into the same range as before. But this time he's not in a position to have good leverage for power. But I am. I can strike with good power from here, right? I can push him off balance and I can strike him with full power from this position, but he's already off balance. So the idea really of Chi Sao is we start in the same range. This is the gunslinger range, right? We don't want to be in this range because we can both hit each other with power from here, right? Okay. Then I need to either control the bridge, right? So I can get the line of attack, control the sense line. I want to destroy the bridge so the bridge isn't powerful. Destroying it like this is like overkill because he can leak out of that, right? He can leak out of that because I'm doing too much, right? If you get a ball and push it in the water and you push it, the more you push it, the more it's going to come back to you. So you don't want to overload it. You don't want to overload it. In terms of internal pressure, he pushes towards me. The more he pushes me, the more I sink, the more powerful I am. So you don't want to give someone all your pressure like that because they can use that against you. So as we're rolling here, I even want to have the line of attack, right? I want to basically control the line of attack for the bridge, right? So I can cross the bridge. I want to control the bridge, right? I want to smash the bridge, which we see with Lancel. Smashes the bridge so I can strike him. And then from here, I've taken him off angle and I can control him. And then I come in, I stick to the body, right? So now I can control the opposite side hip. I control this side. And he tries to move away from me. I can pressurize him. And then I let him go. As he pushes away, I let him go. And he walks into my power strike. So with Wing Chun, it's like we're trying to crush them and release them, crush them, release them, or just completely crush them, right? If I crush them, it's finished. If I crush him and he's fighting me hard and he releases, then I can still hit him from that position. So you'll often see, I strike from here, trying to control the bridge, pull him in. So now he tries to pull out, and then I can strike him. And then he tries to punch forward, then I slide in and get in close, because I'm safer in close, because he's got no power from here. From here, there's not much power, right? So I can put my head in, control the shoulder, he tries to turn, I'm suffocating in a position, I can strike him, I can knee him, I can start to trip him, and I'm back into a striking position where he's off balance, right? So you're always trying to control the range, right? Control the range, get in, get out, slide in, get in close. You can work your short strikes, and then when he moves away from you, that short strike really becomes your knockout strike, because he's now in a position that we were before, where we have a knockout position here, but now he's slightly off balance, he's slightly weak, but it's the same distance. But if I just stay here and strike from here, this is really just a training position where we're just training position and training bridges. But the overall goal, once you can control your bridge, is to try to take their structure so you can strike them and control them in a position where they can't actually get power, right? So this one I can pull low because I've already got the strike, right? But I want to pull both hands low because he can headbutt me, he can just move away from me, right? He can just move away, bring his hands back up, right? So people say, oh, he's stuck. They're stuck because you're coaching them to be stuck, right? It doesn't make sense, right? If you look at any combat sport, right, you don't see someone saying, I'm going to do a Kimura on you so you can't move. No, they can still defend it. Even though the technique is valid, you can still defend it, right? Everything can be defended, right? Just depends on what the rules are. Now, if I spend days coaching you, hours coaching you to do what I'm telling you to do, of course, you're doing what a good student is doing. You're doing what you're told, right? But then that's okay to begin for beginners. Beginners do as you're told, right? My teacher said to me once, my teacher, Robert Chu, he said to me, in the beginning, you follow me, then I follow you, then you follow me, then I follow you. And I thought, what does he mean by that? And I realized he meant in the beginning, you don't know anything, so you need to do what I'm telling you to do. And then I need to listen and look at what you're doing, and then I follow you and see, is he doing this right? What's he doing? How's he reacting? Okay, and then I tell you more feedback, and then you follow me again. So it's a back and forth process of learning, right? There's two people learning, right? You're learning the skill, I'm learning to read how much skill you're developing and what you're understanding. What I say and what I talk about, you might listen, but you don't always hear, right? People will listen, but they don't always hear. They compute in their brain what they think you said or what So what you mean is this? No, I didn't say that. Well, what you mean is that? No, I didn't say that. I get misquoted by people all the time. They say, oh, but Alan Orr does this, Alan does this, Alan does. No, I never said that. He meant this. No, I meant that. So you have to qualify it, right? You have to always go back and check. And the people that get really good are the people that keep coming back and checking and checking and checking and checking. And something you understood at year 1 or year 3 or year 4, at year 5 or year 6, you understand it differently. So you readdress it and go, oh, okay, I had it the other way around, or I had it this way, or I just saw this layer, but now there's 4 more layers, right? So there's always more layers, more skills. But you only get that if there's a back and forth process. Now, me telling you what to do isn't that back and forth process. That's for beginners, right? After that, let the person be free to do what they want. And like I have guys in jiu-jitsu who say to me, I said to them, don't use so much strength. They go, oh, but that's because I'm too strong. I said, yeah, because you're going to burn out and you'll hurt yourself, right? Oh, they don't believe you. Okay, use strength then. I give them to my purple belts, right? Yeah, use strength. Purple belts smash them like cannon fodder because they burn out in 30 seconds, right? So when you roll them, they got no energy left, right? And I said to them at the end of the class, okay, come and roll me, They go, oh, no, because they know they're too tired. because no strength left, right? I don't roll them too strong at the beginning because, it's not worth it. You're going to get injured with someone strong because they're using so much power, or you injure them. It's just not worth it, right? It's just pointless. So I say to people, don't use strength because you're going to hurt yourself. But when they get good, I say, use strength. They say, oh, you've also said don't use strength. No, you've got good skill now. Add your strength. Use your strength when you need it. Like Lockie's very strong, but he's very skilled in Jiu-Jitsu and in Wing Chun. So I said to him, do what you want. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, you have to question, is it the technique? Is it too much strength? Am I being too strong, too soft? Am I being too soft sometimes, right? Some guys end up being too soft because they're trying to use less strength. And I say to them, use more strength. You're not weak, right? They're, okay. So it's that balance of using strength and using it in the right way. Using brute strength is incorrect. Using connected strength, where you connect it to your body and use the body correctly, is good. But if you use it from day one without the technique, then you don't really have the full picture. Right? So if I grab Lockie, he tries to move and I hold tight, I'm using all my strength, he moves his elbow, he's pulling my weight because I'm connected to him. If I grab him relaxed, right, and I don't have any strength, he pulls me, he's got my arm because I'm not using anything. I grab him relaxed and he moves, and then I connect my body together, and then I connect my muscles, then he can't move. And I relax a little bit, then I reconnect. So now I'm linking to control the pressure. So he tries to move his arm. It's very hard for him to move when I'm going on and off and I'm tracking his movement. So there's a lot of layers of skill that are being used to control someone. So there's so many layers that people don't always see. And it's not one thing, it's many things. But the most important thing, it must be done in a live environment. If it's not done in a live environment, then it's not really, it's just an idea. It's just not really true to what it should be. So obviously when you're learning things, you have to learn things in a organized fashion, and you have to learn things in a systemic way that they connect together, but then you need to start testing them out. So a good way to test things is test things individually, which you see people will test one live attack, but then you need to put it in the mix and then retest it and then get feedback on it, right? The feedback is where the skill's at. The reason Lockie's skill is going up and up is because his feedback is live. Everything we do is live, and that's all we've ever known. We don't do anything which is staged. It's all live. And sometimes he gets it, sometimes he doesn't. It doesn't matter. We're not trying to kill each other. We're trying to invest in the training to extrapolate skills from the training. The training is not a fight to the death. Right? We're not trying to kill each other. Right? The training is we're trying to create an environment where we can repeat skills over and over until we start to see the skills seep into our normal everyday movement.